I should have been, where did my cookies go?
Oh, over there. You should have taken the real ones.
Well, I didn't know how many.
Oh, there's plenty.
Okay,
That's
so
just for today. I have a whole box for Easter.
that's just for today.
That's just for the week. Well, I thought everyone would be here earlier.
Oh.
Although it's today, tomorrow.
That would have been, when Justin gets here.
Yeah, they'll be gone. It's good. We want them to be gone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm gonna take a sip of coffee because I have a feeling my chewing irritates probably some people out there in the YouTube verse.
Oh, okay, well.
I'm just gonna chug for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a beep.
We didn't even look at the wall behind us.
I think it looks kind of good.
It's a little sparse in areas. We probably would have been smarter to be focused on that wall, but whatever.
You know what? The people watching this
Yeah, they don't care.
appreciate yarn in any form. I know this.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay, so like we were saying, good morning. Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnits podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I'm the daughter mother.
I'm the mother grandmother.
And we are the co-owners of the Legacy Fiber Arts Dyeing Company and your co-hosts for this LegacyKnits podcast.
And it's Easter weekend.
Easter weekend, which is why we are here in the flesh next to each other. And yeah,
Easter and Thanksgiving seem to be the holidays that we've settled into that we're all, it could change tomorrow.
of course.
But we all seem to be able to be in one spot,
Yes.
which is very nice.
It's really fun. The girls and I came down earlier than we had anticipated because we were just kind of sitting at home waiting. Oh yeah, for any new viewers, welcome. For any returning viewers, welcome back. For any new viewers, I have 2 kiddos with my husband Justin. So when I say the girls, I mean our 2 kids.
And they live in Vermont and we live in Connecticut.
Thank you. We missed that part in the beginning.
It's all right.
So we came down a little bit early because we were really just up there biding our time until Justin was done working so we could come down and spend time here. But my brother and his fiance, I love that they're fiancés,
I know.
Kristen, are coming down today. So Justin is hitching a ride with them. So we
Which
have been
is-
down here for a couple extra days.
I know. It's been such a treat because I know everybody out there with older kids gets this and you will get it someday. It's like there's nothing like that one-on-one time as adults because it's hard to come by. And I love Justin like he's ours. I love Kristen like she's ours. So it really has nothing to do with that. Because I love when we're all together.
Right.
Like, I love when all of them are here. But it's been so nice to just, I don't know. I know everybody gets it. Everybody gets it.
Well, it's a slow intro into the whole holiday shebang.
Yes. It's been kind of nice to, like today we got ready for everyone. Well, got ready. Very loose terms. Like I in my head got ready. Like there's some stuff I have to do when we're done here. Cleaned up poor Ben and Kristen's space.
looks good, though.
It does look good. They have a cozy little space down here.
A little nook.
Yeah, it's a little nook. So yeah.
So yeah, that's what we've been up to today. The girls and I was weaving in my ends. I just posted a reel on Instagram. Oh, you know what I should be doing?
What?
This is going to be live BTS behind the scenes. I'm going to post something
Oh,
on Instagram saying we're recording right now.
we are. It's a miracle.
So what I'm going to do, we're going to
Whoa.
wave at the camera. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Bingo.
Bingo.
You guys are seeing the behind the scenes. That's how we do things.
That's how we do things. And we have done a ton of work.
we have.
Not a ton of physical work, but a ton of planning. I will do tiny bit of work today, tiny, like 15 minutes of some yarn that I want to get dyed up and drying, and it's just been fun.
It has.
The
And we
girls,
have,
well, they've just been so wonderful.
and I think that's the best part about us coming down early is it gives them that acclimation time without everybody.
Yeah, and it's just, we don't get a lot of one-on-one with them, and like right now they're with Grampy, so we could do this, and then we've been working, and Dad's been working, so they're really like between the two of us, and we're not working like put our head down and do nothing but work. We're managing
Brainstorming.
work, yeah, and then of course being present for them, and they're wonderful.
They're good kids.
They're good kids.
They're good kids.
They have their moments like every child should.
Every human should.
Every human should.
Let's expand that classification.
Oh my gosh, when they, like if there's ever a time when they're melting down, I'm so envious that they can do that. Because it's exactly what I want to be doing, but it wouldn't be acceptable. So I feel like, you know what? This is your time in life when you can do that and go for it.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Every moment.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. So
we have not been doing a ton of knitting.
No, I'm so excited about the knitting that I have been doing since I've gotten down here.
Same.
Because it's with our new colorway and I'm obsessed with it and we'll share that with you. We have another pretty big announcement. If you don't follow us on Instagram, we will be revealing that announcement during this podcast. But I feel like we'll wait till the end because that's kind of shop talk.
That's shop talk. We'll do all the shop talk at the end.
You know what oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I had a thought around that. I know, I loved it. It wouldn't have mattered whether you said something or not. My brain, I think my brain is holding on to so much right now that I can't hold on to anything.
I understand that.
I think that's the problem.
Well, let me start saying what I was going to say,
go
and then if
for
it
it
comes back, just
I'll just interrupt
I'll
me. Just plow through.
Thank you. Okay. I wanted to start with what we're wearing because we're both wearing knitwear, which is not super common for one of our episodes.
No.
So you start with yours.
Oh, no. Love Notes. My first time I made it, I've made it 2 times. This one has the shorter sleeves, which for a day like today, I like it. And it's a shorter, I wouldn't call it cropped because I'm not.
I would call it like perfectly fitted, like not fitted,
like
but like
to the waist.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the colorway?
Love Notes.
No,
No, that's the pattern. Oh my gosh. Is it, oh my gosh, antique lace?
I was thinking antique lace.
I'm fairly certain it's antique lace.
I don't think we have antique lace in the shop anymore. However, if you
can always
love
email.
it and you're like, I want that exact same one, held with a strand of, what is the mohair?
I want to say it's been,
Do you think it's vanilla bean?
it's not vanilla bean. Could it be
The yellow?
dry? Oh, I was thinking like dry roast.
Oh, is this a coffee colorway?
I don't know. Guys.
I think it's the soft yellow. What is that colorway?
Buttercream frosting?
Buttercream frosting. Well, it would look great with vanilla bean, buttercream frosting, or dry roast.
It just all depends on
In
what you
mohair.
want to pull out of the colorway, because those are like
The colorways that are within it.
yeah.
Yeah. Did I finish?
Yes. Well,
Thank you.
because you're not, do you know like sizing or anything like
No.
that? Yeah.
I usually do a 2XL.
2XL.
That's my go-to. I'm not a 2XL, but my gauge always 2XL fits me perfectly. It's a magical thing.
Right.
A magical ability of mine. I don't know. Whatever.
And I'm wearing my Seasons cardigan by Ozetta. I knit this out of, oh no, is it Craft Value Smart? Man, this was supposed to be so much more informative.
Yeah. We're trying our hardest.
But
it's
anyways.
a big brand. It doesn't really matter
I think
because basically it's a big brand store acrylic.
It's just but this one is so soft. I have
They
not,
all are now, though.
you're right. Well, no, there are still some that I think are a little bit plasticky for me.
Yes.
But this one, I mean, it has a halo to it, and it's 100% acrylic, people.
Yeah,
like,
it's beautiful.
it's really cozy. It's very warm. I have not blocked it. I haven't added the buttons. I literally was just weaving in the ends this morning on the porch.
I love the bit of a bell sleeve.
Me too. I love the style of it. I think it's like very classic.
It's so classic.
I think the girls or the kids will share it with me when they're bigger, but it has just like a really nice cut to it, like in the back. It's a little bit.
It's so old school.
Yeah,
I love it.
And I don't know that I'm gonna block it if I'm being perfectly honest.
It's acrylic.
That's what I mean. I don't think it'll
grow.
grow.
Again, correct us.
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong. But so anyways, I love it. The pattern was so fun to knit. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And I'm just so excited to have it, so now I can wear it in the spring.
You know what, though, too? I think you're spot on about it using the yarn you used, because it's a cardigan that's meant to be thrown on out in the yard, cool night, going out to grab the veggies, throw on my sweater.
Or even like it's cold in the morning and I'm in the garden and now I'm sweating, I can throw it on the ground
Yeah.
and be like, I don't care that I threw it on the ground.
Yeah, it's just such a practical use. Now I'm making one. I can't remember if I showed it last time.
I want to say you must have, because I must have shown this last
I'm
time because I have
thinking
only been
so.
working on it.
But I am on the sleeves, and mine is in the espresso.
Bean.
Yes, but is it non-superwash,
Merino worsted.
merino worsted?
Yeah. So it's 100% merino wool.
It's gorgeous. And for me, this is perfect because
I
it's
need to make one in this.
so gorgeous.
I know.
It's so gorgeous. It's so soft. Maybe if
Will
Kristen,
you block it?
I feel like it doesn't need to be blocked.
For
It's
something
laying
about the
so
fish, the half
beautifully.
fisherman's rib, it doesn't feel like it needs it because I
No.
feel like it'll change the whole texture of it,
I would say no right now.
especially if the size fits you well.
Yes, maybe I will finish. Maybe Kristen will bring bennies and it'll inspire me. All I have left is the sleeves.
The sleeves were fun. I mean, that was the last thing that I did, and
I'm just, once I get out of a mood, like right now, all I seem to be, we were talking about this, I only seem to be able to work on socks or blankets, something I cannot, I just don't want to think. I want to be told what to do. I don't want to think. I think we're just in a stage of life where there's so many decisions being made all the time
yeah.
that I just want to relax and be told what to do.
Yes. Yes.
I really
Especially in
do.
your like
Making. Yes, like in my stitching, I'm just stitching patterns that exist. I'm not being creative, changing colorways. I have no desire.
Right.
I have no desire right now.
Right. Yeah, same. I
Yeah.
feel like for me, now that I finished this, I am kind of itching to cast on another garment. But I do have another garment that I just have 2 little short sleeves to knit and then it's done.
Did you bring that with you?
I sure did.
Okay.
So I'll show that here. But I am kind of itching for another garment cast on. I have no interest in shawls.
I don't either. Are shawls still a big thing?
I don't know. Down below in the comments, let
Yeah.
us know if you are still a huge shawl knitter. If you have like a favorite shawl pattern that you would recommend for someone in a shawl knitting funk. Because I love wearing the shawls that I have.
I haven't worn a shawl in probably, of course, I don't go out a lot and I'm working in a studio where I'm wearing sweatshirts. So it's really not a fair assessment.
For me, I have 1, 2, 3, and then a bandana that I love that I knit.
I would
I have
like to
3.
make
So
one
my
of those.
Brune shawl by Melody Hoffman, which I'm upset. It is so huge, very like subtle baubles, a teeny bit of color work in there. My half and half triangles wrap,
I do want to get back to knitting that.
obsessed with
I
that.
want to get back to knitting that.
I like it because it's a shawl or it's a blanket. Like, are you cold and you want it around your shoulders? Ooh, a little too warm. Let's move it to the lap.
Yeah.
Also my Pierre shawl, which I love so much because I avocado dyed our cashmere base.
I have
That's
a
that
Pierre
really-
shawl that I love.
and it's so squishy. So those are my 3 go-to shawls, and then I have an easy peasy bandana that I knit out of, oh, Emma, what's her name in Ireland? Woolly Mammoth Fiber
Yes,
Company. One of
yes.
her DK weight skeins. I love the texture. I love everything about it. And then of course they've got the petite knit Sophie scarves. That I love.
I did make that and I enjoyed that make. I just feel like it's so interesting because when we entered this business, it was shawls. That's all.
I mean, Stephen West was basically my North Star.
yes, and which is so great because you learn so much when you work on a Stephen West shawl.
Yeah.
And again, it's not. I think if I worked outside in the world, I would have been wearing mine. But I don't really have any desire to knit one.
Me neither. I
So
think
tell us. Because I keep
I wanna know.
going to, I still have the mindset of when I'm dyeing yarn, have them like coordinate for a shawl. So I'm still in that mindset.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I will never get rid of them because the ones I have, I love. And someday it will be something. Even if I went out in the cold more, like that beautiful one you made me,
I always forget that I made that for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Totally forgot.
I would throw that in my jacket sleeve.
Yeah.
Always. But again,
I know. Okay, so now that I have shorter hair, which I don't know if this is, I think it was short last time too.
Was it?
When we did I was in Vermont, you were in Connecticut one. If not, I donated my hair to Locks of Love. So, but now that I have this short hair, it's much harder to manage, especially doing things like gardening and stuff like that. And a lot of times I'll wear a baseball cap when I'm gardening or outside with the kids.
You need a headband.
Well, not a headband. Remember that Hat Dana by Denise Bayron?
Yes.
Now that I have short hair, I'm like, this is so applicable for me. Like, I'm really wanting to cast one of those on.
Yes, you should.
Because again, I feel like a lot of my projects that I'm picking are out of necessity, where it's like, this is going to be useful for me.
I think that's amazing.
It's the only way I can find motivation.
I agree.
Besides blanket knitting. Because
Blanket knitting is my favorite.
yeah, it's really the ultimate turn it off and go.
Yes, and since we spoke last here, I had about 4 pairs of socks with one sock.
That's right.
And one in, maybe even one in a little, like already they were cast on. So it was definitely, the second one was cast on. And it was driving me crazy. And I'm still in this mode where I either want to finish up or stop working on completely. And I emptied all my sock needles.
I'm so proud of you.
I am too. It felt so good. And I do have a new one cast on that I'm enjoying. And when I finished, I was sad. I was like, because I always need to have a sock on the needles. Because you never know when you're going to be somewhere.
I know.
And you need knitting.
Right.
Mindless knitting.
Yep.
So yeah, but I did finish. I don't have them with me. I wove in all the ends. And I have a sock box with all new socks for next year.
Oh, doesn't that feel so good?
Kind of does. Do you know what my problem is though? Someone's birthday will come up and I'll start handing them out.
Oh, don't do that. Forget that you have them.
I know.
Tuck them away.
They're my emergency gift box.
I do get that though. I totally get that.
Yeah, but I love sock knitting.
So do you think you'll continue the train on with your garments? This clean up the needles train?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really have this sweater.
The seasons.
The season sweater. I started a new Ozetta, which I will pull out. It's not hard, but it requires...
It's not mindless.
It's not mindless, and I'm just procrastinating to get to the part where it's going to be super easy. But I also have that gorgeous branches and bud sweater that is 90% done, but I know it's too small for me. I knit it for some reason so tight.
I'll take it.
I know. So I want you to look at it.
I'll take it.
And then I also have some sweaters that I want you to look at in your room in the drawers. Yes, that are really nice, but they just don't fit me the way I want them to fit me. And they're sitting there, and I am at the stage in life where I'd rather have somebody enjoying it than going, well, if I lost 10 pounds.
I refuse.
Same.
I have gotten rid of so many jeans this year because I am getting older. My body is changing. And I refuse to hold on to past body weights, body types, sizes.
I agree. And that's how I feel. And it's not even like I think the problem is it's not like they're so small.
No.
They're just, I could block them out a little more or...
It would take a concerted effort.
And if I could simply hand them to you and you would love them, I'd be in heaven. Or Kristen, anyone that I know. So we do it because there's a Lopi one up there. I know, there's a Lopi one. There's also a Madeline Tosh one up there.
Guys, you are seeing me hit the jackpot in real time. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go look.
I know. So that... And I have my tried and true sweaters. I knit a lot of sweaters this year. Now I won't remember what they are.
You did though, I remember, because you were like on such a roll.
Yeah, well I knit 2 Waves of Change, which I love.
Yep.
I love.
You'll never get rid of those.
I don't think so because they're classic.
I love that you have 2 of them though, because when I'm down here and I forget a sweater, I borrow one, and it's
anytime.
amazing.
I haven't even put them on. I know. Again, where do I go? I bring them to Vermont with me.
Yeah.
Because I even use them in the morning with pajamas.
I think that's honestly, that would be my go. Like, you know how I have that gray sweater from the Gap that I use as a bathrobe?
Yes.
I think if I didn't have that gray sweater, I would make one for that sole reason and make it longer.
Yes. Yes. And I made another one of these in cinnamon sticks, which I have lived in. I made I have 3 waves of change.
I know.
I made the pullover one. And I have 2 cardigans. The pullover one I've worn a lot this year because it's so warm. I feel like I'm really at the point where I only make things that I'm going to wear. Not like, oh, I kind of like it, I'm not sure. It's like, nope, I want it. Like this, I love this one.
Oh, Seasons.
Seasons.
I know.
Why do I want to call it September? I want to call it September sweater.
I can see it.
That's why I was struggling. It was an S and it was September. So yeah, it's...
Okay, so do you want to know my most ambitious, like, dream project for this year?
Yes.
I don't know if I'll do it because I don't honestly know. I don't know. But I would love to have a slightly oversized cable sweater.
Oh, I love
full cable sweater. I have never had the desire to knit one because...
I do.
I look at it and I'm like, oh, like I want the end product, but like, am I going to, because here's the thing with me. And I was talking to Kristen about this recently when we last hung out. I do this thing where and I love it. Like, I'm really happy I do it, where I start all of these projects like right around this time. I work on them intermittently and then I'll put them down for a few months at a time. And then this time of year hits and I finish them all up. So the problem with this is if I commit to a cable sweater, I do not have the option of putting it down because I know if I pick it back up again, I will not be able to figure out.
I will tell you, you use the tape on the chart.
Yeah.
And you put a sticky note that says ended on row. And this is the size, and this
the problem
is the
though
needle
is
size. I get it.
When I put it down, I don't plan to put it down for 3 months.
So as I was saying it, that was my thought.
Yes.
Like, but I never know when that time is.
Right. Like I could have a moment hit me where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to cast this on. Like, Mom just dyed up the perfect, like these socks are a perfect example. Mom just dyed up the perfect colorway. I need to get that on my needles.
Oh, one of our new speckled.
I think I would have it in a really, like, almost like something like this.
Okay.
I would want it really timeless. So either like vanilla bean or an espresso bean.
Yeah, it needs to be for cables. It needs to be a semi-solid or solid.
Oh, but you were talking about our speckled semis. Oh.
Yes. Because it would give you... Did we show them last time?
Honestly, do we have any dyed up?
They're
Is that all
over there.
I'm going to go collect some because I'll show you, honestly, the colorway that I should be doing it in is that rainforest that I was going to do my... Yeah. The reason I like these two is the thing with the cabled. Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, unless you're doing it from the edge, which I would not want to do, is I don't even know what that means.
Like, if it's like you're going to work back and forth, I would almost guarantee.
And I'll have to seam it together.
Seam it together. For me, a cable sweater, that's the only way to really maintain a good structure. I would actually suggest like a Michelle Wong because she's my favorite cable queen.
Tell me about this stone cutter.
Oh, I have that one started for you.
Guys, we just had...
I not see that red button though?
I don't even know when it turned off. Guys, we just had the biggest panic moment. The camera just legit turned off. It just turned black and I was like, were we sitting here talking to the camera
and it wasn't recording
for a half an hour without it recording? And like, it did miss quite a bit of our conversation about well, yeah, because I came back with the yarn.
Okay, so let's talk that.
So I think when I'm editing, I'll have to kind of Frankenstein this together, but my request to anybody who has knit a cabled sweater, a full cable sweater, if you had like, what was the first one you did you find that it was nice and easy? I'm hoping to do it like in pieces so I can alternate skeins.
You know who I used to knit a lot of cable sweaters before I discovered Michelle? Sirdar. So go on to the Sirdar books.
Okay.
They're terrific.
Okay.
I can guarantee you that would be a good one.
Okay.
The only thing is that some of them are a lot like your wedding sweater where there's sections, like say moss stitch, twisted cable.
Okay.
Like a lot of, like here, like the whole side might be like a moss stitch. And then
I would be okay with that.
you would be totally
I think
okay
as long
with
as
that.
it's the shape that I want it
Yes.
to be. I kind of want it to be boxy almost.
These would be.
Amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna look there. But if you do have any recommendations, let me know. I also said, I don't think this was on the camera, but this is the colorway that I'm going to be knitting whatever pattern it is that I land on. It is called Dewdrops. It is one of our tonals with a twist, which is basically our tonal collection with these deep saturated speckles throughout the skein, and
They're monochromatic, like they're the same color.
Yep.
So and because I love the depth the speckles give, but you don't need, especially like for a cabled sweater, you don't need all that color.
No.
But the speckles add an amazing amount of depth.
So we have this whole collection stocked on the website right now.
Yeah, they're really beautiful. We talked about them last time because I think we talked about daffodil.
That's right.
I think we did. It just hit me how I wasn't going to do daffodil and you wanted a yellow, and I was like, I was just tired. It made an uneven amount. And I'm so glad I did because it's so popular. I want a pair of socks.
I want an outline tank made out of that.
So much noise going on up there.
Sounds like we might have a small visitor. Hello? I don't know.
No, we don't.
But yeah, I want a tank top out of this colorway.
I think, oh my gosh, with some embroidered flowers. That'd be gorgeous.
I would really like that.
Gorgeous. We do have, this will be like a quick shop plug just because it fits right here. We do have them in DK minis.
Yep.
Get every
so the
color.
whole collection. Yep.
So fun for scrappy socks, scrappy any. I mean, there's a lot of yardage
Stripey
here.
sweater.
Yeah. Oh, I want to do a striped sweater so bad.
Steel toes and our DK.
And DK, just so you know, those are in the shop.
Oh, what's wrong? Of course, the battery. Okay, we're back. And we've got a different kind of fuel. Should we do, oh, you've already opened yours.
Did. It isn't the first sip the best.
Are you sure?
We are sponsored. I wish.
Can you imagine if we
Not
were sponsored
really.
by Diet Coke? This would probably be a very different
If any of you
podcast.
work for the Coca-Cola company,
We're happy to be sponsors.
we're happy to be sponsors. Put in a good word for us, okay?
It's so funny because I really don't drink Diet Coke. It's when I'm with
No,
you.
when you're with me.
It's like our special. It's like
It
going out
is.
for coffee for us.
Yes,
It's like
and
having a Diet Coke.
I used to drink it more. I know it's terrible. We want to get sponsorship, so let's not say that. It might not be the most healthy choice for me, so
It's a treat.
it does turn into a treat for me. I will have maybe, well, this weekend I'll have at least 3 a day. Not really, but
Gotta keep our energy up.
yeah, typically maybe twice a week. Like, I'm pretty good about it.
Yeah. But so we have new fuel.
Yes.
The girls are fed. We took out the Playmobil circus. They are down here with Dad, so you will hear other little voices
And barking.
and barking, which we might bring Romo down if the girls are done with their pizza.
Well, it's up, so that can be
Well,
helpful.
Lily's plate's over there.
Yeah, never mind.
So anyways, we are back.
We're back.
What's this?
And I feel like we were at a good ending point anyway with the conversation we were having. So now let's go on to works in progress. I'm gonna show my sock. Does that sound like a good plan?
Grampy talking too much.
It's just like a,
I think it's okay.
Okay.
We'll find out, right? We're making it work right now. This is kind of what you get with us.
Kind of, especially because all the men aren't here and Charlie and Lily hit kind of a wall, which of course I'm surprised they've made it this long without that.
We were due for a meltdown.
We
so we
and
managed.
it was very minor.
Very
I mean, it
minor.
didn't last very long.
Nope, we just had to get through it, and here
Can
we
we
are.
just say though, Lily also gets very upset when Charlie's upset.
Yeah,
And
they're very
Charlie's-
tied emotionally.
They are, and Charlie isn't feeling well, so she's a little more sensitive. And then I think it hit Lily that is.
Speaking of Lily.
Speaking of
who
Lily.
is this?
Hello.
Are you coming to say hi? Well, here's the deal. Can we call you over in just a little bit? Because I have a few things I need to show.
Okay, and then when you finish that, you have like, Lily, come on over.
Okay. Do you want to tell everyone what you're eating for lunch?
Pizza.
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 All right. Go eat, enjoy your pizza.
Bread.
We set up the circus.
Yes, we did.
We set up the circus. All right, we'll see you soon, kiddo.
Okay, thanks for coming.
So Mom just dyed up a colorway that was requested by our friend Carolyn Bloom of Bloom Handmade Studios. And I've already posted about this on Instagram. We've sent out a newsletter about it, but it was just one of those colorways that was so fun because, one, you were able to collaborate with someone who we adore.
Even though I've never met her, I feel like we're good friends.
Yes.
And she was so kind and was like, no, don't do it if it doesn't work.
Just
like,
very respectful.
She was very respectful,
Yeah.
very thoughtful, and I loved it. And I shared this with her. It's like, no, you pushed me to a place that is really hard for me to go because I did the initial one, which I'll show on my sock, which I love.
Oh, you're knitting with it.
That I'm knitting.
Oh,
the initial one that I sent her, and I love it. And I do think we might come out with it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, this was for her daughter is making a blanket.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's one of her blankets. The water.
I will put it on the screen.
Yes.
I will make sure. I always say I'm going to put it on the screen, and then I don't. I promise you it'll be on the screen as I'm saying.
Yes, we started it a long time ago, and it's a beautiful blanket. It's
I
a
did?
crochet. I at least
You did. Oh,
The crochet,
yes, of
water
course.
cascade.
I will put it on the screen, I
Yeah.
promise you. And if I can find a photo, which I will, I'll put it on
Yes.
the screen. And I'll link the pattern down below.
Perfect. And so her daughter wanted to make it with a very specific. So she was like, Sue, oh, I feel like I'm asking too much. I was like, nope, I'll go back again. And then like, oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed with it.
I am too.
We named it. You named it, right?
Honestly, Carolyn named it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Carolyn named it. It is called Painter's Smock. And here it is. They are like barely, not even barely there, just so delicately speckled.
It's so hard for me to do. You know who's the master at this?
Stacy.
Yeah. I knew you would know that. This is Stacy's wheelhouse.
Forte. Yes.
Yeah, it's her wheelhouse.
She's so
knits.
good of doing like just enough.
It's so hard to do because
It's
I
amazing.
have that mentality of you have to get your money's worth. You have to have all
the
the dye
colors.
on there, and that isn't always the best thing. And so yeah, thank you.
Well, and you are
Carolyn.
all proving this to us because these skeins are
Flying out
We
the
were lucky
door.
that we even had skeins to show.
Yes.
So when I got here, I knew that you had a skein somewhere that I was going to be stealing.
It was before we started advertising for them.
Yeah. I literally walked in the door and I was like, I need to see Painter's Smock.
Yeah, and I need that.
And I grabbed a micro skein of our steel toes base. I'm not using the coordinating mini skeins, but we do have full sock sets, DK sock sets, and micro sock sets. And each sock set comes with 2 contrasting minis. And this is the color for all of them. So I'm gonna kind of, actually I'll do it like this with a full skein so you get a better idea.
Yeah. So it picks up on some of the colors in there. Now, having said that, so many mini skeins colors go with this because it's a painter's smock.
Totally.
So you might have a colorway that you like better in your stash.
Yes. So yeah, so I started a sock. I wanted to do something like Mom said. I'm kind of in the same boat with like needing mindless, but I didn't want it to be just a plain vanilla sock because I wanted it to have a little more hold because I'm knitting like ankle socks, not shorties.
Pearls are important in a sock if you want it to be fitting a little tighter. It gives it a little more yeah, perfect word.
So I'm gonna show it to you knit up right now. So what I ended up doing, I'm using size US 1 needles, DPNs, and I cast on 64 stitches. I did a 1x1 ribbing all the way around, and then I switched over to a 3x1 ribbing for the ankle, as it were.
I love it.
It's having a hard time, folks. Oh wait, here we go. It's gonna be really hard. Oh no, you can get a good read on it. The overhead light is a little tricky with the colors, but
Yeah. And go to the website. I feel like the pictures
Or Instagram.
there, or Instagram are a little better. But yeah, I think it would make the most gorgeous sweater. And I did notice we got an order in for a large amount of DK in this colorway, so I'm thinking it's going to be a sweater. And
Could be a sweater.
I don't even know that you'd have to alternate skeins. You'd have to really look at it.
Well, and whenever we see large orders like that come in anyway, don't you dye them?
Oh,
all together.
Yeah, this one it's not. For where it's really important is in the tonals.
Tonals and semi-solids.
Yeah, this one not so much. I just get a mental picture in my head what they look like so that I kind of keep it the same.
Yeah. So that's my one work in progress.
Yes.
I have one more to show. We're going to try and wrap this up a little bit speedier than we started it, just because we have a live studio audience.
We have a live studio
We've got
audience.
people coming to see
lots
us.
of people coming. We've got errands to run.
Errands to run. So,
We've got.
do you want me to just show the t-shirt that way?
Yes.
Because wait, do you have another work in progress? Or do you want to show your sock?
Oh, I should
your
show the
sock.
sock. Sorry. So this was the original painter's smock, and I do love it. I think it's beautiful.
You could almost call that like the painter's palette.
Yes, that's a
Right?
good idea. So it's really the same colorways,
Just more saturated.
more saturated, and this is the Crunkle Sock by Kay Jones, which I love so much.
So
And it's funny, in the skein, it looks like it's not anywhere near as saturated as this.
right. It's a really beautiful skein.
Hi.
Oh, I thought Charlie wanted to come in too.
Hi.
It's so funny to think that she was. I love that she's turned into a snorter. That you were everybody. Everybody knew you when you were first born.
When you were in my tummy,
Yes,
people met you.
and they were so excited that mommy was having a baby.
There you are.
Isn't that unbelievable? And now look at 5 years old.
Okay, we'll call you over.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thanks for coming.
See you later.
All right. So yeah, so
I'm gonna put this next to it to contrast. So I was thinking painter's palette.
Painter's palette. Yeah, so I think Carolyn described it as this is a very used painter's smock, and that's a brand new painter's smock. But I love painter's palette.
Yeah, if we were to ever rename it, it could be like novice,
Yes,
expert.
Yeah,
We
that
won't
would
rename
require
it, but-
so much
Yeah,
explanation.
we won't do that, but
Yeah,
conceptually it makes sense.
yeah, but I love it. I love it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
You can kind of see where it started and where it went
Yeah.
to. It really
I'm so
is
glad.
so impressive that you were able to transform it.
Yes, well, I'm so glad because I really thought I hit it with this. I really thought, like, wow, this is it. I did it. And then when Carolyn said, oh, I think the vision was a little lighter, I was like, okay, I can do it. And she was so kind. She was like, really, really, no, I feel like I'm overstepping. I'm
But
like,
isn't
not
it
at all.
so cool? Like sometimes you just need someone to say that one thing because now
Yes.
it's like you have this tool set in your tool belt.
Yes, exactly.
That's so
exactly.
cool.
And I do love, it truly was a collaboration.
Yeah.
I do love, because I dye so much and so many colors, I love when someone has a vision and shares it with me. Like, I rely on you. We've talked about you a lot for that. Just some days, again, I want to be told what you want. Like, just
Totally.
what do you, tell me what you're seeing.
Right.
And it's super helpful. So thank you, Caroline.
Thank
Carolyn.
you. Carolyn.
Carolyn.
I think it's Carolyn.
I don't know why I want to call you Caroline.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
So those are our sock whips. I don't know why I just started knitting. Now
Yes.
I'm going to show you my So Summer Tee.
Yes.
I believe by Jessie May.
You've made a lot of these, correct?
No,
3?
this is the first t-shirt. Nope, that was the...
Oh, you made tanks.
Yeah, the tank top. I'm not going to remember what it's called.
Was it the same designer though?
I believe by Jessie May.
I thought
yes.
so too.
Yep. Okay, let me just see here. I've got a lot going on. Okay. So first I will show you the yarn because the yarn is just lovely. Natalie gifted this to me.
I know, the color. Oh yeah, I've heard of this.
Mirasol
Mirasol.
Nuna. And it is merino wool, mulberry silk blended with bamboo sourced viscose. So it is, the stitch definition with this yarn is gorgeous. I love it. This color I can't get enough of.
It's showing yellower than it is.
Yeah, it's a little, it's dull it down just a little bit in your mind.
It's more of a bronze, no, not bronze, like a brushed gold.
I can
what
see
it
that.
would remind me of.
I love it. It has been so amazing to work with. And here is just the basic tee. I just bound off, so I think, I'm fairly certain you add sleeves or at least a ribbing. But it's so basic and breezy, and I'm gonna use it all throughout the spring and summer.
Oh, you'll live in that.
It's slightly cropped. I will definitely block this because I want it to be very boxy. And almost everything I own is high-waisted, so even if it's a little more cropped than I want it to be, it'll still, it'll be comfortable for me to wear.
I
So there
love
it is.
high-waisted.
I do too. It's the only way I'm comfortable wearing
Same.
pants.
I'm there. They're hard to find, the ones that I like. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, do we have another visitor? Whoops, daisies.
We have a peanut.
Little peanut.
We have a peanut that joined us.
Little sick peanut.
She doesn't need our help. Can you say hi?
Oh, we got a big peanut coming.
Oh.
We got the planter's peanut coming.
How can I come on your lap?
You want to come on my lap now? Okay. And then you're going to have to hop down. And then, all right, should we all smile at the camera? All right, cutie pies.
Poor Charlie Sue's not feeling well. She has a
No.
cold.
Yeah.
He has very big cold.
Big cold. It's a big one.
It's true.
He even has boogers.
Boogers. As a matter of fact, here, let me get you.
Oh, good job.
Thanks for visiting. See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye. All right, circus time.
Okay.
So that's my other project. I have a project page. I don't know all the details. Go and click it. You'll see them.
You're so good. I would not even ever in my wildest dreams consider having a project page.
It's honestly just to avoid having to answer questions.
I know.
That's
And I
all.
don't do
It just
that
makes my
either,
life
though.
easier.
Yeah. I think you are more our presence on social media, so you get the questions.
Yeah,
I'm just behind the scenes.
that's okay. Okay, so now before we talk about the project that Mom has been working on this whole time, I'm gonna kind of like build in announcements to this project being shown because our March DK, mystery DK mini skein bundles are now totally sold out.
Totally
Any
sold out.
extras that we had have been sold and shipped. But our April mystery DK mini skein bundles are now available for pre-order.
Grampy.
So let's show our March mystery because we believe everyone's received them. Here is, I'm going to show it in bundle form and then I'm going to show them separately. So here's the beautiful bundle because it just looks so nice. Let's see here. There we go. A nice little bundle.
They're so fun.
I love them.
It's so funny because when I dye these, I always start with the intention of I'll do half today and half tomorrow.
Do you always just bang them out?
I have to because I fill my oven.
Yep.
And I think I can fill my oven with 5 colorways and then I do the last one separate. But I just get on a roll and I'm like, I just want to get them done.
They're gorgeous. I am so excited. Actually, I think when we're done here, I might cake them all up so they're ready for the drive home.
I would like you to cake mine too, please.
Absolutely. I'll be the caker.
I'll
So,
be the caker.
if you are doing the, I can't remember the hashtag that we used.
Oh,
I
darn it.
finally thought of one.
Yeah, because didn't Rachel help us?
Can't remember.
I can't.
But anyways, if you are joining us in this year-long venture of making a DK jelly roll blanket, go ahead. You can order your April minis. And Mom, you were saying you were going to try and get them out a little sooner this month.
I'm going to try. I didn't realize I was a week. I don't know why I lost a week somewhere. So these didn't ship out till the very end of the month. My goal is, because we kind of have a set number now that we're doing.
Well, it seems like we have the same.
Yeah, most people are re-upping. So I keep it at a certain number. So I think really next week I'm going to go ahead and get started. I won't ship them this early. I think I would ship them in the 3rd week would be my goal. Yeah, but did we talk about last time what we're going to do? Oh,
I just figured we could show them. That way, if anybody is wanting to start, you certainly can. You won't be able to get January through March because they're all sold out.
But you'll be able to still.
You can still just start. Just start and join us in this building your...
And it might go a little more than a year. We don't know. We also have another way that you can add. Oh my gosh. You are at far. I thought you had stopped for a while. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful.
I'm moving along pretty well. Oh, hello. All right, we're almost done with this part.
Okay.
Run, 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 run. Show them how fast you can run.
Oh, you're
Show
so
them how
fast. We also have another thing coming up that you could use for this. But did we talk about last time how I have put aside one of every month?
I don't think we did.
Okay, so if we did, I'm sorry, but it is a good announcement.
Totally.
So I have saved one of every month. It helps me when I'm dying to just look down and know what I did the month before. But when we are done, or we get to 12, let's say, no, erase, cut out. When at the end of the year, we are going to do a raffle with all of these. So you'll buy a raffle ticket and the winner will get them all.
All 12 bundles.
All 12, or however many, because we want to do it in December. Oh, that will be 12, because we
should be
in
12.
January.
You know what we'll do? We'll make it the full 12, even if December's aren't out yet.
Yes,
we'll just
we'll
ship
make
it when
sure.
December's out.
Yes, and all the proceeds will go to St. Jude's.
Yeah, so you'll buy raffle tickets. It's we've done this before with Better World. They're an awesome...
We did it for St. Jude's too, didn't we, once?
Yeah, well, Better World is the website which we go through.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
It's the fundraising. It's the place you go to donate.
And we were able to send them
A lot of money.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we don't take any, like we don't like look at what our cost was.
No.
None of it. We just 100% goes to them. It's the one place that I would like to do once a year. We haven't been able to because of many things. But this year we are, and I'm super excited.
I'm very excited too.
So excited.
Just keep your eyes peeled wherever. I don't know when we'll actually launch the start of that fundraiser. It might be like right around the holiday, because we don't want to just do it in December.
Right. I think maybe around Thanksgiving.
Around Thanksgiving time, we'll probably launch it, and we'll close it end of December maybe.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled. We will do a ton of promotion for that, so y'all know when to go and buy raffle tickets.
Yeah.
Because for me, I feel like if I saw someone doing it, I wouldn't even care about the mini skins.
I wouldn't
It's
either.
just an easy way to know, like, we vetted out who we're sending the money to. You can rely on the fact that all of the money is going there, and it's just an easy way to give back.
It is. It's a great way.
And the tickets will be reasonable, I would say, probably between $5 and $10.
Yeah,
So-
I would say, like, we'll do like a, if you buy one maybe versus, I don't know. We have to do all that.
So anyways, yes, so DK Jelly Roll Blankets, the pattern is by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. It was originally designed for fingering weight yarn. We've adapted it to DK weight, and all that means, switch your needle size to fit your best DK gauge and then follow it exactly to a T.
Yes, and I am using size 4.
And I'm using size 5.
Would you do me a favor? Tell Crampy to go into Uncle Benny and Auntie Kristen's side of the basement. Would you go with Charlie and you? Would you do that with me?
Just wanted to open my Christmas side.
We live in a zoo.
I love it. We're going to look back on this episode and be like,
Oh yeah,
those are the days.
I know.
So we have one last final shop announcement, which is so exciting, and we
really
announced
big.
it over on Instagram yesterday. Let's drum roll.
Needle down.
We are doing, oh no, it's running out,
Visit. Okay, love it.
okay.
Okay, we're
What
back.
we were saying before we ran out of space, it was the most like,
And then it died. Yes.
we are doing a 2023 Advent calendar this year. It is going to be titled A Visit to the North Pole. Oh, we are so excited.
So
we
excited.
really thought we would never do this again.
Can we talk about it? So after our last one, I was like, I can't. It's just so much. and took the year off, and it felt so good. I was so happy. I'm so
You were
glad
lighter
we
than
didn't.
air. Mm-hmm.
I was lighter than air. However, at the beginning of this week, I think it was really gnawing at me, like, oh, do we want to? Do we want to? And then I checked with you, and then the thing, and we are going to stick to this, I've decided. It's going to be limited. It's not going to be hundreds and hundreds. We can't do that. I can't do that. I will be doing the dyeing. You will be doing the packaging like normal in the last couple years. And all of a sudden, like, the floodgate opened for me. And I hate when this happens. It was that night, the first night you were here, we started talking about it. And I kind of have this, like, rule about nighttime discussions that is kind of just in my head. Nothing really stimulating. By the time, inspirational or hard or something that's going to keep me up at night.
That's going to stick right there.
Yeah, or it's going to be difficult or exciting, whatever. And that night, oh my God, it was awful. Because my brain was like whirling.
So many ideas.
Whirling. And honestly, it makes me a little nervous always. I think it does every dyer, to be honest. It's a very big undertaking. But there was far more excitement that just would sneak in here and there. I'm like, no, I'm going to start this week.
Right.
I am going to plow through it because the vision is completely 100% there.
The details have really been ironed out.
We spent yesterday doing all the fine details. I think we have 4 more colorways, which...
Even like packaging we've kind of figured out. Like we've really kind of...
just buckled down.
Honed it in.
Yeah.
And I want to say, I can cut this out. Will it be plastic-free packaging if we do those boxes?
It could be. I don't want to guarantee it. It's going to be as good as we can get it.
Yeah.
Let's say that. It's going to be as far as recyclable,
reusable,
that kind of stuff.
Which we never really, actually, now that I'm saying that, we never really used plastic
No,
for our
it's more
advents.
paper.
It was paper.
More
That's
paper.
right. Yeah.
So it is going to be a limited number, and it's going to, a lot of people when we went on live requested DK. Did you ever end up putting that poll up?
No, and you just reminded me. I will, though.
Yes, and I do think there was enough interest on the live alone to say, okay, that's probably going to happen. But I still think we're going to stay at the number.
Yes, we're just going to cut a chunk of that total number of advents and have a DK offering as well. So you can either order the DK version or the fingering version.
Yes.
But we are going to split the total number of what we are dyeing.
Yes. I don't want to be overwhelmed, so it's really hard for me because I'm like, oh, what's 10 more? What's 10 more?
And you want everybody that wants one to get one, but at the same time, it's also our holiday season. We've got to kind of take care of ourselves in the way that it's still...
But honestly, I'm not kidding. I'm starting them next week. With all the yarn I have, then I will order yarn.
Yep.
And, feels like we're in like a daycare center at the moment between dogs.
So sorry. I know.
The dogs are what puts us over the edge, you guys. And we have one more coming. But she's so
just
good.
Sweet. She tucks herself away.
She does. Yeah. She hides. The poor thing.
I know.
It's so traumatic. I feel so bad. I wish that worked differently for them. But anyways, I had another thought about it. Limited numbers starting now.
I'm going to throw something out there before I forget. These colorways are going to be named.
Yes.
Which we have never done before.
Never. So there will be a name either on them or you'll refer to something that will give you the name.
I am excited. That's my most exciting part of this project.
You have you've got some really fun marketing stuff.
Yes. I'm
to do
excited.
Around it. And I'm just going to focus on the yarn. I love that. That's such a gift to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, okay, the add-on, that's what was going to... Sorry. I'm not kidding you guys. My brain is on such
stimulation, overdrive.
There's just so many pieces to keep in order right now that are so hard. There's going to be an add-on of either a DK, if you got DK, or a steel toes. Full skein. You have to purchase the advent in order to get the add-on.
Correct.
because we are going to be grouping them together. And there's one other thing that just slipped away.
Order it in its own separate transaction
For
shipping.
sure. And for the steel toes, there will be a combination of like sparkly and regular
But for DK, it will just be our standard DK because they do not offer.
that I know of. If I find out they do, we'll do that, but not that I know of. But they also have had a lot of changes that I've got to go in and look at. They're 20 grams. 20 grams, not 10.
Each
20
mini
grams.
skein is 20 grams. Like Mom said, you can add on a 100 gram skein if you want a little extra bonus on Christmas Day, but there will be 25 mini
Minis.
skeins. So you will, regardless of whether you get the add-on, you will have something to open on Christmas
Every
Day if you follow.
Yes.
Yes, please, just to reiterate, please, if you're going to order one, order it in its own separate transaction, or we will either have to refund you or charge you additional shipping.
To ship out. Yeah.
And if we do that, we don't get our Shopify discount for you, so it will be pricier. Just a fair warning, we know mistakes happen. Do not, it's okay, but if you can think of it, think of it.
Yeah.
And then I had one last thing. What was it? Oh, that's what I was going to say. For anybody that is knitting the DK roll, the DK jelly roll blanket, this could be a really fun. We will still be doing a December bundle.
Yes.
Of DK weight mini skeins, so this is not going to replace that. But if you're really looking to hunker down, grow your blanket a lot in December, it's a great supplement.
Or let's be honest, you want to make a Christmas. Well, you know us. We never do holiday looking colors quite often. Obviously a visit to the North Pole is going to create some
Yes, for
that
sure.
are a little more, but
But
not.
it could be a fun journey, as you're following along your DK, it's oh, this is when the Christmas ones come in. You'll just see little suggestions of holiday.
And not everyone is doing this blanket with
Correct.
these. They're doing other blankets. I won't remember any of the names.
Cozy Comfort Throw, I'm sure probably
Yes.
some people are doing.
And then
by
Nat,
Molly.
and Nat is doing the TinCanKnits one.
Oh,
It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
want to do it.
I can't remember what it is, but yes, there are so many blankets you could make with
So
mini
many.
skeins,
So
but-
it's not but I don't want to make that blanket. I already made it. I don't like it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And if you're not able to do the DKs and you have a million mini skeins or leftover socks, double it.
Yeah, just hold finger and
Double
weight
it.
double. That's what Kay Litton,
Yep.
Crazy
Kay's
Sock
doing
Lady's
that.
doing that, and it looks beautiful.
Beautiful. So yeah, don't feel left out, and you can follow along. You can use that tag, even if you're not using our yarns.
Definitely, it's just all about making it as a community.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we made it through this podcast, and now I think
Easter miracle.
all that's left to do is to say, if you celebrate Easter, we hope you have a lovely holiday weekend. Thank you for sitting down and joining us today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah,
So that we,
because we're kiddos.
because we're kiddos, that's why you should do it every day.
Yeah, every day. If you don't see us, maybe we can call you again.
Maybe we'll call you again
Every
later.
day.
Every day. All right, what should we say? Can we say? Ready?
Needles.
Wait.
1, 2,
3. Needles up!
Look at Charlie with
Bye,
the needle up.
everyone.
She totally gets it.
Mom, now
got the needle.
Now can we go mow the lawn?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Grampy about that one.
Grampy,
Did we eat enough lunch?
Mommy and Grampy.
Oh my God, the dogs. Honest to God, I feel like my ears. This is why my ears
It was
ring.
dogs, kids, outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs, not yard, projects, camera,
We did
lights,
it.
camera,
It's over.
action.